Have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on deep inside the materials all around us? I mean, what hidden forces are at play at the actual atomic level? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty amazing breakthrough technology that's giving us a brand new way to see.
Just imagine for a second. What if you could look at a piece of metal or some new nanomaterial and not just see its surface, but actually see the invisible forces pushing, pulling, and twisting inside of it? What kinds of secrets could we uncover then? What could we build with that kind of knowledge? Okay, so with today's super powerful microscopes, we can capture these incredible images of materials, right down to the atom. But here's the thing. The most important clues about a material's strength, or its flaws, or its unique properties, they're usually buried. They're totally invisible to the naked eye.
And that is the big question, isn't it? When you've got an image that is just jam-packed with millions of data points, trying to find one specific, meaningful pattern, well, it's kind of like trying to find one particular grain of sand on a huge beach. So how do scientists even begin to tackle that?
Well, the old way was, let's be honest, incredibly slow. It was this tedious, painstaking process of looking at just one single view at a time. But this new digital approach, it has completely changed the game. Instead of just one view, it generates over 1,000 of them at once, revealing all those hidden patterns almost instantly.
So what is this new technique? It's called a digital tableau, and really, it's a brilliant new way of seeing. Let's dig into how it builds this completely new picture of the atomic world.
Think of it like this. You take one giant, complex image and you digitally shatter it into a grid of smaller tiles, almost like a mosaic. But here's the really cool part. Each one of those tiles is processed to highlight one specific, repeating pattern from that original image. All of a sudden, everything that was hidden is now perfectly organized and super easy to see.
And the speed, it's just mind-blowing. From a single high-res image, this technique can create 1,023 different views, each one highlighting a unique feature, and it does it in just a few seconds on a modern computer. I mean, that's a task that would have been pretty much impossible not that long ago.
So, with all this power, what can you actually do? Well, the first incredible thing is finding these characteristic shapes that were just completely lost in all the noise before. Okay, now take a look at this. What you're looking at is a digital tableau. This entire grid, all 1,024 of these little images, was generated from just one original snapshot. It's like a visual library of every single repeating pattern that was hidden inside that material.
And this just brilliantly shows you the power of the technique. By laying all the patterns out like this, your eye is immediately drawn to these really distinct shapes, right? Like these bow ties and butterflies. These specific shapes are basically signatures of a particular atomic structure, and finding them tells scientists exactly what they're looking at.
But just finding patterns is really only the beginning. The next step is, honestly, even more revolutionary, making invisible forces, like stress and strain, completely visible.
So how does this even work? Well, the science is complex, but to put it simply, the technique measures these tiny shifts and distortions in the patterns we just saw. Those tiny shifts, or phase gradients, they act like a map. And that's the key. It lets scientists create a visual map of all the hidden pushes, pulls, and twists happening inside the material at an atomic scale.
And here they are. Here are those maps. On the left, you've got the map showing areas of pushing and pulling, and on the right, you have a map that shows where the atomic lattice is actually twisting. For the first time, we can literally see stress.
So let's quickly break down this color code from the maps we just saw. On that push-pull map, anywhere you see red, the atoms are being squeezed together, that's compression. And anywhere you see cyan, they're being pulled apart. Then on the twisting map, the colors show the direction of that rotation. Indigo for counterclockwise, and that bright chartreuse for clockwise. It's a simple, elegant visual language for these incredibly complex forces.
Okay, so this is way more than just a cool visual trick. This new way of seeing has some really profound implications for both science and engineering. I mean, think about it. By seeing exactly where a material is under stress, we can design stronger, more resilient stuff. We can spot microscopic flaws before they lead to a catastrophic failure. This is opening up totally new frontiers in nanotechnology and material science, and it's even inspiring mathematicians to come up with new ways to find patterns.
So, we're left with this really powerful idea. For the first time in history, we can truly see the invisible architecture of force that holds our world together. The only question left is, what are we going to build with this incredible new vision?